All right. We are on take three now. The first time I was worried my microphone wasn't working, so I decided to start over. Turns out it was, but too late to do anything about that now. Next time, I realized I could just watch it on my phone and see if the sound is coming through. Then on take two, which I'm going to delete right now while I'm thinking about it, I had a booger in my nose and it was very noticeable. So, I'm not self-conscious enough to comb my hair before I do these or throw on a nice shirt or anything like that. But I have my limits. Let's get started because we're already 10 minutes late. So I am doing a song. Last week I did a song that I've known about for, a little over 20 years, I guess. This is a song that I heard for the first time Monday or Tuesday. And a couple of things. First of all, I didn't want to do another song that's near and dear to my heart because that puts a lot of pressure on me to get it right. And I didn't want to have that kind of pressure anymore. And sorry, my phone was beeping at me and I wanted it to stop because I want to give you my undivided attention. Oh, people who are maybe going to watch this in the future. Okay, so there's also like an eyelash. There we go. I got it. Yes. Now everything's perfect. So I didn't want to do a song that would put a lot of pressure on me because I feel like last week was just such a really emotionally devastating sort of thing that I needed to play something that I'm not too emotionally invested in. It's like when you get out of a nasty relationship and you're like, I'll go on some dates, but I'm not going to jump into anything. Kind of like that. So that's what I'm doing today. It is a song by the band Wilco. And I picked this song because when I was working at Best Buy, they made me go through and ask all the customers, oh, can I help you find anything? And I hated doing that. And I feel like most customers hate that. I don't know. Like now that I'm less shy, someone could say, can I help you find anything? And it's actually almost a good thing because I'll be like, yeah, I'm looking for ham. I don't know. But anyway, so they would make me go talk to people, which was kind of a good thing for me because it kind of helped me get out of my shell. And I remember one day, I think it was Saturday or Sunday morning, nobody was in the store. There's just this one guy looking through CDs, and he came and said, can I help you find anything? And he turned to me and said, I'm looking for Wilco. And I remember the way he said that so vividly. It was like, you never know when you're going to run into someone who talks like Elmer Fudd. And that's just one of those phrases that's been in my brain ever since that day. I'm looking for Wilco. So I wanted to play a song by Wilco. I don't think I'd ever heard. I mean, I probably heard something on the radio or something, but like I've never really been like, oh, okay, this is Wilco. Great. Before this week. I am playing what I think is their biggest hit. And the story behind the song is kind of cool. They did it with Billy Bragg, who is another like a name I've heard, but I'm not particularly familiar with his work, and someone who, you know, I feel like in certain circles, if you say, yeah, I don't really know any Billy Bragg songs, people are going to act like you just insulted their mother. But it is what it is. I only have two ears, and I'm usually using them to listen to the same Black Sabbath album that I've owned since I was 12 years old. Anyway, so the song, the lyrics were originally written by Woody Guthrie, and the whoever his next of kin, who is the heir to his music and his copyrights and what have you. This was lyrics that he wrote, but he never at least put to paper the song he wrote for them or recorded it. And so his next of kin, who owns the rights to his songs, contacted Wilco to see if they wanted to put music to these words. And this is what came out of it, which I think is kind of cool. And certainly, you know, proof that Wilco has arrived. I mean, you can't get much more successful than having someone say, hey, can you finish this song Woody Guthrie started? But it's a song that I'd never heard before, and it's fine. It's not my favorite song. It's not like, I feel like if I knew someone who was really into Wilco, I might have learned to appreciate their music. As it stands, it just kind of, I don't have a really strong feeling one way or the other about it. It's nice. It's not harmful or anything. I identify with the lyrical stuff about lying in bed and wishing you had someone else because it's really cold. And if I was sharing a bed right now, someone could, you know, keep my feet warm in the middle of the night. I think that's the basis for a healthy and successful relationship. I have a friend who is a pretty successful journalist. I mean, he's not rich or anything, but you know, he's been able to make a living at it. Who wrote a piece on when Woody Guthrie was rambling through California, and I tried to find it to link in today's stream, and I even contacted him personally, and he never got back to me. So it's his loss. He could have had, like, you know, however many people read his thing on Woody Guthrie. I'm sure he's crying right now. That's about everything I have to say. So for me, the hardest part, besides buying a capo, which was like almost $30, I think. No, it was almost 20 because I got the cheaper one. I didn't get one of those ones where like you wrap it around, you know what I'm talking about, and it's just put on there with cloth. Those, I don't think those have ever worked in the history of guitars. But yeah, this one's cool because you flip it over and it's for one style of guitar, and yeah. Anyway. All right. The hardest part for me has been trying to remember the lyrics, and I feel like Like the strumming pattern, I'm basically ignoring the strumming pattern that was done originally and just kind of feeling it. And I think this is a good song for that, which is fun. And granted, that's not the sign of somebody who's really hitting the books and trying to learn guitar, but in my defense, that's kind of the style that I would like to play in. What else was I going to say about that? Oh, so the strumming pattern is, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to mess up once I get into it, but the real difficult part for me has been remembering the words because it's a lot of repetition with slight changes and stuff like that. So I basically pretty quickly into starting this project decided that I was not going to try to memorize the words to every song just because it wasn't gonna work. You know, maybe if I didn't have a job, that would be fine. But as it stands, I'm forcing myself to put 15 minutes a day into this project. And honestly, there are days where I don't even do that. That's what it is, you know? Sometimes you need to bring home the bacon. So I'm the reason I bring this up is because I realized that the desk behind you, what I could have done is move that forward and sit on that, and then you would be able to see the guitar more easily. But what I could do, now it's got a bunch of crap on it. I could just do that and then bring up the lyrics over here. Is that going to work? No. Okay. Well, maybe I'll try that next week. For this week, let's see how far I can scoot back. Because the problem is, I think I mentioned this, I don't remember. The problem is that if I get too far back, I can't see the words to the darn song. And then I spend the whole song not playing, but squinting. So anyway, I'm going to hope that you can see the guitar at least a little bit. I feel like it's really not, I don't know what it is today. Like, that's good. I wonder if I moved. What I really need to do is just invest in a guitar strap. And this guy doesn't have a thing to put a guitar strap on, but my electric does, which, you know, I haven't been intentionally ignoring my electric guitar. I just happen to keep choosing songs that, you know, are more acoustic. Well, if you have any ideas about how I could better situate this, I wonder if I could just tilt the camera down and you could see that I left a bunch of crap on the floor. All right, anyway, I've talked for way long enough. Let's get this show on the road. I'd like to rest my heavy head tonight on a bed of California stars. I'd like to lay my weary bones tonight on a bed of California stars. I'd love to feel your hand touching mine. Tell me why I must keep working on. Yes, I'll give my life to lay my head tonight on the bed up from my straw bed and make another day underneath. My California stars, they hang like grapes on vines that shine and warm the lover's glass like friendly wine. So I'd give this world just a dream with you on our bed of California stars. I'd like to rest my heavy head tonight on a bed of California stars. I'd like to lay my weary bones tonight on a bed of California stars. I'd love to feel your hand touching mine. Tell me why I must keep working on. Yes, I'd give my life to lay my head tonight on a bed of California stars. I'd love to dream my troubles all away on a bed of California stars. Jump up from my star bed and make another day underneath my California stars. All right. By the way, I'm curious, does, first of all, no, let's keep this in order. Okay, so I'm thinking it's not good for a guitar to leave a capo on it. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't know. I never use capos. That's why I had to go buy one this week. To me, if I was writing music, I would just write it to not have a capo, and then that makes it easier. Okay, so I think my goal for next week is to learn to play without looking at my fingers, because what happens is I look at my fingers and then I lose my place in reading the lyrics. The only other thing I have to mention is I have a different looking sort of title card for this video. That's because I had a Photoshop file of the words as a layer on top of a black background, and I was just changing the words, and then I could use the cool Photoshop stuff to make it centered. I accidentally, again, last week was kind of a Murphy's Law sort of day. I accidentally deleted that file. And so I figured, if I just don't pay for Photoshop, that's $10 a month in my wallet. So we're making the title cards in MS Paint from here on out. And they'll look basically the same. And I'll save myself whatever $10 a month divided by 82 weeks is. So, not sure I needed to share that, but I'm just so self-conscious that I'm worried someone's going to be like, what the fuck is up with your title cards and you saying the F word in the video. All right, we're going to call it a day. It's 4:30 already. Jeez. Take care. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to go to church every Sunday and kiss your mother on the cheek.